All right. What's up, everybody? It's Mr. Loki, and today I'm going to be interviewing a very interesting colleague of mine. Please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name's Fazale. Everyone calls me Fuzz for
Mm,
short.
mm.
Yeah, I've been into sneakers for a while now, dropped off for a bit, but I'm back on that hype train. And
Wow.
yeah, let's go.
Wow. I've seen some very interesting Instagram posts from you, particularly the retro Jordan 1s. So I've got a few questions for you, and I'd love to
Mhm.
know what was the first retro Jordan 1 you got?
So the first retro Jordan one I actually had, geez, it was like a while ago. This is
Okay.
still when like Jordans weren't a thing, and I wore that pair into the ground, but it
Oh, wow.
was a white and blue pair. I can't even recall the name, but
Okay.
it was like one of those general release pairs, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, I destroyed that, and then then like Jordans kind of dropped off in South Africa for quite a while,
Mm,
and like I lost interest in them, and then towards the end of 2019
mm,
um, once I had sorted a whole other few aspects of my life out, got back into sneakers again, because I had moved away into, the trainers
yeah.
and, you know, those kind of shoes. Like,
Mm,
um, I wouldn't even say like dad shoes per se, but,
okay.
a lot of the normal general release Nike sneakers
Okay.
onto
Air
the Air
Maxes.
Maxes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think my favorite Air Max pair, my first
Mm,
actually, was Air Max 2016s,
okay.
and still have them,
Mm.
love them to death actually.
Those are the
They were
270s, the ones with the
I
mesh and the,
yeah,
yeah.
similar, but they were the first Air Maxes to come through with a full translucent sole.
Oh, I
So
recall them, yeah.
yeah. So like at the time, there was something new, they were fresh, they're really expensive. I paid at the time, at the end of 2015,
Mm.
paid like 3K for them,
Oh
which
my
back
goodness.
then
Which
was a lot of
shop?
money.
Which shop did you get them from?
Um, yeah, so at the time there wasn't really like high access to the kind of stores
Mm.
that you have now.
Mm.
So I got them from Nike in Four Ways Mall, and
Oh, that
it
was when they
wasn't
were on
just
like the second floor
yeah
before
before the
Poise Mall
expansion.
expanded. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were next to Cross Trainer. Uh,
Yeah, before they relocated.
yeah, and it was like a by the way kind of Nike store. Like it wasn't a
Mm.
cool store or anything, like what it is now.
Yeah, I didn't
And
really have the
so I copped
streetwear.
those shoes. Yeah, like I copped those shoes there. Like they weren't even into that much of
Mm.
streetwear really. It was
Mm.
like, when Nike was still like all about training
Yeah, running,
stuff
training.
and yeah,
Mm.
athleisure even maybe
Mm.
a little bit. So yeah, so like I copped those there, and then then the bug bit a little
Mm.
bit at that point. So
Wow.
then I went all in, like rocking Nike Freeze, Luna Lons,
Okay.
that kind of stuff. And then
So
yeah,
what was the
um,
appeal? Like when you first saw, the Air Max 2016, and you were like, so first you,
they were
you got a
just
taste of the Jordan 1, then you were like, all right, now I'm an Air Max. I'm a
yeah,
bubblehead.
yeah. That was it. But I
Mm,
mean, so when you look at my sneaker collection
mm,
or the sneakers that I have, there are a few like muted pairs.
mm.
I think like the most nondescript pair I have is probably my Reebok Club 85Cs, the
Okay.
Adsum
Mm,
uh, collab,
mm,
but I love the materials, the color.
mm,
I
mm,
mean, it's like chocolate brown suede,
mm, mm, mm,
and not something that you come across often. And, so like that appeals to me,
mm,
those kind of neutral, muted ones. But at the time, and also still till now, think the Air Maxes and what really appealed to me at that point in time were the 2016s were the colors. Because got it in a really bright blue. I can't remember the colorway, and it's got the blue mesh with over the vault yellow.
Oh,
so
wow.
yeah, and the translucent sole. So really cool. Really nice pair for me. I still have them. I still wear them. They've
wow.
aged pretty well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So moving on, what was now the pair of Jordans that really got you into collecting them? Because you've got quite an impressive Jordan 1 collection. If you're okay to share over video, how many Jordan 1s at this point in time do you have?
So in terms of pairs of Jordan 1s, let's see. Wait, I'll have to count this up.
Oh no, that's serious?
So it's not as much as people who have been collecting.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pairs. So I've got 9 Jordan 1s.
Wow. That's
yeah,
almost,
I mean, I only got back into it last year.
Wow.
And at the time, and not understanding fully like how the drops worked and whatnot, it took quite a bit of time to actually get on track. Because a lot of people will say, just go look at the Nike websites and whatnot, but no one actually tells you, it's available in these stores and whatnot. So so the first pair that kicked off the collection for me was my white and the laser orange and royal blue pair of mids.
So you ordered that online?
Yeah, I know. I didn't get it online actually. I got it in store.
You went to a Nike store?
Yeah, by chance in Santon.
Okay.
And it's just there. And the whole thing is like, a lot of people are probably rolling their eyes like, they muds. Okay, yeah, and that's fair. I mean, a lot of the adventure that you're getting in terms of the materials and quality of the materials is a lot better on the highs, certain highs, than on the mids. But I mean, like, Jordans are Jordans, man. So, I'm not one for Jordan lows. Prefer Air Force Ones if I had to wear lows. But other than that, so that was the pair that kicked off. And then, then it's always like, oof, I need to get this pair and this color, so it kind of grew from there.
Okay. How was the comfort though? Because compared to an Air Max, a retro Jordan is not the most comfortable shoe. So
I'll tell you what, I have very wide and flat feet. So for me, I mean, a lot of people complain about Jordan 1s, but for me, I love them. Like, really cool. I find them very comfortable. In terms of Jordan 3s, Jordan 4s for me also, like, I find 3s like the most comfortable from Jordan retros. Yeah. But I mean, like from the Adidas point of view, because like I still haven't gotten a pair of Yeezys.
Okay.
I don't understand why everyone's so hyped about them, but I probably want to get a few pairs of 350 V2s in the near future.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just to see what it's all about. But I've been rocking a few Ultra Boosts as of late, and those are very comfortable as well. But completely different shoe altogether,
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. And as someone who has gone quite deep into vehicle detailing, you definitely keep your sneakers clean. How has been your experience with keeping your Jordan 1s clean? Any tips you could share?
So a lot of people actually ask me this in terms of cleaning them. And I've always had a thing about wearing clean shoes all the time. Not just my Jordans, but even like my ordinary pairs. So usually, like when it comes to cleaning regime, I use, depending on the color of the shoe, but generally I use normal white hand soap.
Okay.
Yeah, and a nail brush, a medium hardness nail
Mm,
brush, clean them up like that. But as soon as I get a pair, the first thing that I do is I coat them
mm,
with Sneaker Lab protectant.
mm,
Find it works very well.
mm,
And for those that are like suede or whatever, I use the Sneaker Lab suede cleaner.
mm,
So I mean, you get a whole lot of products like Crep Protect
mm,
and Sneaker Lab and a few boutique brands, but ultimately, I feel like one doesn't necessarily give you an advantage over the other.
mm, mm, mm,
So Sneaker Lab is pretty accessible for me, so just use that. And it's at a
mm.
decent price as well.
Yeah, simple is always best, right?
Easy, yeah, easy.
Oh,
Because the whole thing is like I've gotten deep into suede shoes at the
oh,
moment. Suede, Napa leather. So the whole cleaning is like my Reeboks as an example, or
mm,
even the Nike ID Air Force Ones by Pendleton that
mm.
I got recently, also very suede. But keeping them clean is, I mean, the whole thing about keeping your sneakers clean is not about cleaning it after you wear it. It's
Mm.
about protecting it while you wear it.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
one. Good one. Okay.
yeah.
So in a typical month, how often do you wear a pair of Jordan 1s? Is it like a going out shoe, or is it an Instagram
So,
shoe, or you just take pics of it? You don't actually wear them.
so no, I do wear them actually.
Mm, mm,
People were very upset with me a few weeks back. I
mm,
wore my biohacks,
mm.
and I sent them a picture where I was bending the toe box while wearing it. People weren't upset, but hey, they didn't pay for my shoes.
Oh,
So I'm a firm believer in wearing your shoes.
mm,
Uh, I haven't been going out very often, so I don't wear them out very often.
mm,
But generally on a Friday, I'm rocking J's
mm.
or one of my nicer pairs of shoes.
Oh,
Um, you know, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I keep them all in rotation depending on
mm,
what I wear for the day.
mm,
So
mm,
yeah, like I mean, this top that I'm wearing now, this
mm,
Paris Saint-Germain top.
mm.
This I bought to wear with my biohacks
Oh, wow.
because the pink matches the pink on the laces.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. I mean, I do wear my shoes. I really do wear my shoes. I'm not one of those guys who's like, oh, dead stock it. My
Mm, mm.
brother's like that.
Oh, wow.
Still got his mochas in a box. Still got his patent
How
leathers
did he
in a
get them?
box.
Please tell me that story.
uh,
How can one get a pair of or how did you time it? Or it just seemed like they appeared one day and I missed out.
yeah, so like the drop of the mochas, very
Mm,
small allocations across.
mm,
But I did hit at Shesha,
okay.
did hit at Nike Santon.
Mm.
Um, so yeah,
So they were announced,
uh,
or there was
yeah.
talk going around.
So generally, what a lot of the guys locally do is,
Mm,
I mean, everyone knows someone
mm,
apparently,
mm,
but besides knowing someone, I mean, if you look at the drop calendars that they have on like Archive or Shelf
mm,
Life or
mm,
wherever online, you kind of get a gauge of when those shoes are coming into
mm,
SA,
mm,
you know? So yeah, because I think a lot of the places don't actually, like Shesha doesn't just go out and
mm,
contact Nike US, and
mm,
bring them into the
mm,
country. It has to come in through Nike,
mm,
Africa, and
mm,
Middle East.
mm,
So yeah, so people get a general indicator. I mean, you get a lot of people who just queue up,
mm,
on drop day, hoping
mm,
for something. But yeah, I mean, we're also very aligned with the European drop schedule.
mm,
So yeah, I mean, it's just about keeping tabs on that, and yeah.
mm, mm. Lately, Instagram has been my friend for finding
Mm,
the drops, and each particular shop has got their own personality. So,
mm-hmm,
Archive, which is part of the Fushini group and sports scene, um,
mm-hmm,
they, if you follow their Instagram, usually they're quite reasonable. They'll have a post and they'll say a raffle is going on our Instagram stories and this day at this time.
mm-hmm,
And if you just
mm-hmm,
send and keep trying, um, there's a chance. If you keep the money, and you're just like, there's a chance if you get a store card. Shelf life, I think visiting their blog and asking around. The shop I go to a lot is Jack Lemkus in Cape Town, and I think they have been around for like 70 years, and they like to do the live drops, the live raffle. And when you go there, it's just super long line. Then like the first 100 people will maybe get like the raffle numbers, and you're just watching for the show. Like, hey, to dream, to see it in the box.
Look, I'm not very versed well in how it's done in other parts of South Africa, but here in Joburg, I mean, sneakers have become a money-making thing. You know, reselling, because like whenever you walk in, you see people standing in line, not because they want to wear the shoes, but because they want to resell the shoes. I don't resell shoes. I wear my shoes. So yeah, you know, so there's that part of it that becomes a bit tricky. So people treat it as money.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you go to some, especially if you're a US 11, you're not getting your size. Apparently, sometimes they only stop one US 11 in the run. So
yeah, it's ridiculous. And yeah, so like, not a fan of local stores because they backdoor a lot of pairs. So I mean, I'm not going to name drop, but I mean, I've seen resellers.
Let them know.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen resellers walk into shops, pay for 2 pairs, and walk out on a day when, you know, it's just 1 pair person. We've seen that happening.
I think they've changed it though. They do live raffles and they get your name and your ID. So
yeah, but the problem is there. If I mean, because people use bots for live raffles as well. So yeah, that's one. But I mean, if a store has 10 pairs and maybe 5 people actually show up to pick up their pairs, that leaves another 5. What happens to those 5? They don't put them on the shelves. The staff in the shops resell those or backdoor them, you know, to resellers. And it's actually a problem. I mean, I don't support resellers in South Africa either. I'm not convinced of the quality or legitimacy of their stock. 1 and 2, you know, they just charge so much. I mean, I find for a lot of pairs of shoes, it's cheaper to buy it on Stockx, import it to South Africa, pay import duties, and still end up being, you know, 1,500 to 500 rand cheaper than going to a place in South Africa and buying the shoes, and you're not convinced of legitimacy. So yeah, I don't support the guys locally who resell. You know, I feel like they need to be doing more to actually convince the market that what they sell is actually legit. And you find a lot of guys mixing in fake pairs with original pairs to kind of pass off the legitimacy. So yeah, local market, not for me, unless I'm getting it from a big store, you know, like a Nike or you know, in the yeah, or not even there. Like those guys.
Familia? I think they had Supreme.
Not even. Not even like backdoor, all of those guys. Yeah, not for me. Not for me.
How was your experience shopping from Stockx though?
Stockx is cool. I mean, they always have pairs, they always have sizes. So that's a great plus. Okay. You just need to know exactly what you want. You need to be patient with you know, what you're putting on and how you're getting it. So yeah, I mean, like a pair of Zen greens that I got costed me less than 5K landed.
Really? So you ordered it, you pay, you put your address, then how long did it take to ship to you?
So I mean, a lot of people actually, there's a lot of misinformation, you know. I'm admin on a sneaker group, small sneaker group, Sneaker Club Africa, if anyone wants to follow.
Oh, on Facebook, yeah?
And yeah. And, you know, a lot of people come through asking, you know, about Stockx or GOAT. And I use Stockx. the thing is with GOAT is I'm not a fan of used shoes. So I wouldn't buy a pair of used shoes. I see they do sell a few brand new pairs, but I just stick with StockX. It's about the same. So, build up my history with them. So, and a lot of people come through and ask, and I laugh at a lot of the misinformation. People will tell you, oh no, you have to pay like 200% tax or 80% tax. But that's not the case. So literally how it works, you download the app to your phone, just an account, put in your bank details, and it works like a stock exchange. Meaning that if this is the price that the seller is selling at, you can bid on it. The seller has the opportunity to either lower their asking price to meet your price. And so more often than not, what will happen is you'll kind of meet in the middle. Their asking price versus your offer price. So I mean, and the whole thing about it working that way is because you're competing with other people in terms of bidding for the shoe, you have to be realistic also about what you're offering. Because if there's like 50 people ahead of you, you're definitely not going to get the shoe. It's not like someone will see, oh no, Faz is bidding on the shoe, so let me give it to Faz. That's not the case. You don't know who you're buying from. You don't know who you're selling to. So I mean, you bid on it. And the one thing that people need to keep in mind is they don't give you an option to confirm or whatever. Once your bid is in and your bid is accepted, that money is going out your account. That actually happened to me with my pair of neutral grays, Jordan 1 High Retro neutral grays, CO.JPs. I put a bid on them and I forgot about the bid. Then one day I woke up and I saw this huge amount go off my bank account and I'm like, what the hell? Wow. Then open up my banking app and then I see, oh, okay, it was Stockx. So yeah, that's how I owned a pair of neutral grays by mistake. Oh, wow. So once your offer is accepted, then it triggers a whole chain of events. So what happens from there is the seller needs to give the shoes to StockX. StockX authenticates the shoes. Once the shoes are authenticated, it is shipped to you. That entire process from the time the seller sends the shoes through to StockX till you receive it in your hand. I've experienced it from it being as fast as a week to as slow as 2 weeks. So it's very quick, very efficient. And then what happens after that? StockX sends the shoes and they'll send it through with like DHL or UPS or one of those big companies. And then once it reaches South Africa, it needs to get custom cleared. So in terms of customs, then you pay, your duties and your VAT, etc. So the general rule of thumb is it costs about 50% of your total, including shipping. So if you paid 1,000 rand, including shipping, you can expect to pay an extra 500 rand in terms of duties and VAT and your disbursement fee. Wow. Yeah. So, I mean, for certain pairs, it definitely works out to be a lot more economical. I mean, a lot of people ask those questions, how does StockX work? Or, it's too expensive, you pay too much in terms of duties, but it's actually not the case. If it's something that you really want and if you have the budget for it, it's definitely a worthwhile pursuit until the local guys can get their acts together. I think it's the way to go. And also the shoes come authenticated. And I mean, it's just a thing of, Googling how StockX authenticates shoes and they'll show you videos. I mean, the people are trained. So at first there was a whole thing of, oh no, fakes and reps and whatever, but now it's not that much. But also like keeping that in mind, with the whole way the resale game is going now, it's crazy as to how good the replicas are becoming. Wow. I mean, if you look at the Wear Tester's YouTube channel, he had a video recently where he compared, an original Travis Scott one to a fake. You can't tell the difference.
Oh my goodness.
You can't. Like to the untrained eye, it's really you can't tell.
Oh wow. 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 Wow.
Yeah,
Thanks so much for that explanation. Like even now, I'm
no problem.
I'm considering because I was doing the
Yeah.
calculation, and it would almost be cheaper for me to fly to USA, fly the Travis Scott
Hmm.
Jordan ones, then come
Hmm.
back instead of paying duty
Yeah.
on them. So
Yeah.
I could get a
Look,
holiday
I
and a
mean,
pair of shoes.
look, if you are going to the US, just let me know. I have a
Oh
list of
wow.
stuff that you can cop for me.
Wow. That could really be a business, eh? I think with the sneaker
Yeah.
market in SA, the only thing is you have to be like Stockx. You have to get your money first, and or at least a deposit, and say no backing out. If I'm going, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
No cancellation.
Definitely. I actually know some guys who do that. They
Mm.
have people in the US who bring
Mm.
in shoes for them.
Oh wow.
So yeah, but the whole thing hinges on having someone in the US.
Time to start dating a flight attendant. So anyway,
Yeah, yeah, that's the play. That's the move.
I've heard a few people in SA now have also been shopping from Amazon, and apparently certain items there are cheaper to get, and you pay duty to Amazon, and then
Yeah,
or
so
UPS brings it to your house by courier.
yeah, Amazon is pretty decent for that.
Mm.
Like things like headphones,
Mm.
because I do have Amazon Prime.
Mm.
So in terms of the shipping times, I mean, they bill you everything up front. If it
Mm.
is less, they just put it back into your account.
Mm.
And yeah, so you know exactly what you're paying for beforehand. So, but it is cheaper for things that aren't available in
Mm.
South Africa.
Mm.
For stuff that is available in South Africa, it almost always works out to be more.
Oh, I see. Is Amazon
Yeah.
Prime free shipping for international orders or only American orders?
It's not free shipping,
Okay.
but you do get priority shipping. So, I mean, to put it into perspective, I bought a pair of earphones from Amazon.
Mm.
And from the time I placed my order till the time I got it in my hand was 4 days. And
That's
that was
epic.
shipped out of the US. So it's crazy fast.
Oh wow.
Crazy, crazy fast. Yeah.
Okay, wow, wow. I'm gonna try to get a GShock watch off of Amazon. I might make a video about it. I'm still thinking about it. You can get it for about half the price of what you pay locally. And I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
why not?
the prices of G-Shocks are ridiculous. I mean, I'm rocking mine today, classic black
Oh, nice. Superbalist?
G. No, I got it. This watch is about, I don't know,
Mm.
probably about 6 years old now.
Oh wow, been treating you
Um,
well?
yeah, oh yeah, it's a G-Shock. I mean, I haven't worn it for a while
Mm.
because I made the jump to smartwatches,
Mm.
but my Fitbit has been out of action for a while.
Oh
Well, not a
no.
while, for a few weeks.
Mm. Mm.
Literally after exactly a year, it
Mm.
just started giving me issues. So it's currently back with
Mm.
so take a lot on a
Mm.
return.
Mm.
So I'll get the news back next week,
Okay.
and yeah, kind of go from there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been using my G-Shock as of late, and yeah, what a watch. No
Oh wow.
issues,
Oh,
no
wow.
drama,
I'm told
no
they're a lot like
drama.
Jordans. Once you get one, you're gonna need another one. Another one.
Yeah, geez, I mean, that's a thing. But before I could go cop any more G-Shocks, I'm not really a huge watches person.
Mm.
You know, I've got a few Nixons. I think
Mm.
I've got like 2 or 3 Nixons.
Mm.
G-Shock. I've got a Timberland, a few others, but like I
Oh.
hardly wear them now because once you make the move to a smartwatch, it's so difficult to move back. You know?
Mm. True. True. I'm
Yeah,
surprised GShock
yeah.
doesn't make a smartwatch attachment. That should be the next
Apparently,
logical
it's coming.
Okay.
Apparently, it's coming.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, so I mean, the only reason why I use a Fitbit is because it supports Fitbit Pay,
Mm.
so you can pay from your watch. But now,
Oh.
see, Apple Pay is in the country, so
Mm.
I'm gonna make the jump now to iPhone. I
Oh.
mean,
Wow.
Apple Watch.
Mm.
I'm already on iPhone and
Mm.
iPad, so it just
It
makes
might be
sense for me
like
now.
that Standard Bank Smart Scan.
Yeah, similar,
Okay.
very similar. But
Okay.
this is now you can pay from your phone or you can pay from your watch. So
Oh.
people undervalue how convenient that is.
It's gonna make me spend too much money. I have to hide all my cards and just I don't want to spend any more money. I'm done. Crazy.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Oh man, oh man. Okay. So back to the topic of the retro ones. How do you,
Hmm.
um, as someone who loves the look of a retro one, uh, retro ones on ladies? Are you feeling that look? Not feeling it? What do you say?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's a timeless. It's timeless
Mm,
in terms of the look and the silhouette.
mm, mm,
Um, you've got everyone repping it. I mean,
mm,
I walked past the Armani Exchange store and I
mm.
saw a pair of their take on Jordan ones.
Oh well.
Likewise, you can walk past Exact or those similar
Yeah, hey, everyone's got a
cheaper
replica
stores.
out now. Yeah.
Everyone's got a rep. So yeah, everyone is getting a feel of how the Jordan
Mm,
one is.
mm,
And the thing is, like, I mean, Celeste, my
mm,
better half,
mm,
has a pair. She's got the band muds, and
mm,
yeah, she rocks them.
mm,
So yeah, there's no. I mean, it's cool. Do you?
mm,
If it suits your
mm,
style, do that.
mm, mm,
Yeah,
mm, mm. Okay.
yeah.
So,
I mean, even
yeah.
even even my mom has a pair,
Oh wow.
two pairs actually.
Wow. Wow. Epic, epic. So, if it's
Yeah.
a silhouette you like, why do you think you haven't gotten into dunks? Because now even to get dunks on the Nike app is a struggle.
Yeah, look, I mean, a lot of the stores these days are
Mm,
getting dunks.
mm,
So it's not just, your usual stores, but like
mm,
the dunk releases are very widespread.
mm,
Dunks don't suit me. And
mm,
also like for the normal GR dunks, aside
mm,
from the special editions like your new markets
mm,
or
mm,
carpet companies or
mm,
whatever, the materials are amazing. The
mm,
quality is amazing. But on the normal pairs, I mean, I went through to the store when they dropped the UNLVs, so
mm,
those red and gray ones,
mm,
and I wasn't very impressed by them, to be perfectly honest. I feel
mm,
like Air Force Ones have better quality
mm.
in terms of materials than those. Also, again, coming back to my very wide feet,
Mm.
they don't suit me at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
So, so
Wow.
yeah, Dunk's not a thing for me.
Oh
Not
wow.
a thing for me.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What would you do if in Lil Nas' next song he makes a 666 Jordan 1? What would you do about that?
Well, given the backlash she's gotten
Yeah.
over the Air Maxes, yeah, I
Mm.
don't think that's gonna happen
He should have
anytime
just done
soon.
a Jordan 1. I think Jordan 1s would wear them.
Yeah,
So just be like, hey, look, it's
no,
evil, but yeah.
but the thing is, because of the controversy,
Mm.
that those shoes have stirred up,
Mm.
um, they're gonna be worth a lot of money. I mean,
Mm.
you saw a similar thing happen with the Heineken Dunks.
Okay.
They're very old, but
Yeah.
they're the green and they
Mm.
have the red star, and
Mm.
people started calling them Heineken Dunks.
Oh.
And then, yeah, and then Heineken got involved, like the proper Heineken,
Oh.
and they came they came to Nike, and Nike pulled the shoe, and the price just skyrocketed
Oh, wow.
because of that. So I mean, the same thing is going to happen, and a lot of people are on this whole thing like, there's Jesus Air Maxes, so
Mm.
what's wrong with Satan Air Maxes? And yeah,
Gotta
whether
own
it's
both.
valid or not, yeah, they own both and balance it out. But yeah, geez, it's like that's how people are, I guess, and
Oh,
that's a society we live in today. So
wow.
yeah, but it's like, hey, if you like the shoes and if you want to do it, then
Mm.
hey, do you. It's not a
Okay.
shoe for me, but
Oh.
yeah, if you dig it, then go for it.
Too much controversy. The minute you try to wear it, you're not
Yeah,
even
it's a
gonna
lot.
make it out your house. Everyone's gonna have an
Yeah,
opinion.
no,
People will attack you. People will support you.
exactly,
It's just the news around it is
exactly.
just too strong. Okay.
Yeah, I
So
mean they'd be cool, but
yeah,
they wouldn't be shoes I'd wear, or
yeah,
so yeah, purely because of that,
yeah.
because they're not shoes I would wear.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna.
It's more a statement than a
I
shoe.
wouldn't.
It's a statement with a shoe attached
Yeah,
to it. Yeah. Hmm. Okay.
exactly that.
So with the way you've seen the industry changing now, from when you were really getting in 2015, 2016 to now 2021. and it's like people at home, people are shopping, we've got our smartwatches, Apple Pay, all that. Where do you see the industry going? And who do you think might be the next like super prominent sports figure to do? Who's gonna have a sneaker that's just gonna be as big as the Jordan? Like if Elon Musk says, "Okay, I'm making a Tesla shoe," and then the whole market just goes upside down. Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, right? At this prime moment in time, we've seen people get into the shoe game. There's people, I mean, Master P, the rapper, and his son, Little Romeo. I mean, they've been trying to launch their sneaker brand, Manyati. Personally, it's not for me. Their whole sales thing is it's Italian shoes, it's Italian leather, it's very premium. But, you know, but the thing is that you can have like, let's call it a 10,000 rand shoe. That is either a pair of Jordans. Jordans have the prestige. Or you can buy a pair of Manyatis, or you could buy like even a Balenciaga or whatever.
Yeah. Well, those are obviously not the ones that were based off of an expensive test. Buscemi's used to be a thing.
But the thing is, a lot of what drives a sneaker's value now is the resale. And the thing is with those high-end like LV shoes or you know, Louboutins or whatever, they just don't have the same resale and appeal that like even a Jordan would. I mean, Michael Jordan and the shoes, I mean, you know, 85, it's 2001. I mean, 2021, sorry. So, so the whole thing there is, to unseat the whole Jordan throne is not going to happen. But then, you know, then you get people like Kanye West to come in. And he's got Yeezys, and Yeezys are doing very well. Very, very well, actually. So, you know, but then Travis Scott has come in, and then like anything he touches at the moment is like gold. But the thing is, it's not the Travis Scott shoe. It is still a Jordan.
Yeah.
You know, and take it a step further, a Jordan is still a Nike. So yeah, I mean, you're probably not gonna see like brands just pop out of nowhere when it comes to shoes, especially shoes with this kind of class and prestige. You're gonna see collabs come out. People are just gonna be pushing for collabs everywhere. Yeah.
I'm gonna make a prediction. I believe that the next Jordan 1, it won't be Jordan and it won't be Nike. The next one will come. It might be like, I don't know, a Belle Delphine OnlyFans shoe, something crazy. No one's going to see it coming. And they're going to be like, wow, this is the next Jordan 1. And it's just going to be a vibe all the way. I believe.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, look, that's possible. We saw it with a lot of guys taking and bootlegging shoes, you know. And those have sold, but now it's like that's going to come under the spotlight again soon because of what's happened with Lil Nas X and that whole bootlegging thing, you know, because all they did was they just went and bought a whole lot of Air Maxes and then customized those, you know. So I think Nike's going to crack down. I mean, there was even that guy who was making his own dunks. And and the first run did exceptionally well. And then when he tried again, like Nike just shut him down. I can't remember his name, but it was a pretty big thing. So I think they're gonna crack down a bit heavy on how people are collabing and using their shoes. But also, I mean, you know, the whole thing is that what's destroying sneakers right now is the whole resale vibe. But then people are reselling everything, you know, whether it's PS5s, Xboxes, graphics cards, like everything
Bitcoin
is getting, you know, bought to be scalped. So that's destroying markets. So until people can figure out, you know, this is how we mitigate against that, it's going to be rough, you know, because I just want to wear my shoes. I'm not there to sell my shoes and whatnot. So they must do it like how they do it with Porsches. In order to get special edition Porsches, you need to own X amount of them, of nice ones, before you can get access. So they must do that.
Get the Ferrari Enzo. You have to have 3 other Ferraris.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe for drops I'll have to end up going with all my shoes. Just say, hey, look, I own all of these. At
Yeah,
least
I
give
haven't
me
sold
one
them.
pair.
I haven't sold them. I still keep
Yeah,
them. I wear them
please.
consistently. I
Yeah,
clean them
please, just
to some extent. Oh wow.
yeah.
They did that. I think Jack Lemkus, when they did the Carolina, the blue Jordan
Mm-hmm.
drop, you had to
Mm-hmm.
shop at the drop. You had to already have a pair of Jordan ones on, and it was like, hey, everyone came, we all lined up on Jordan ones.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
all got dirty.
But that's how it goes. I mean, even with the university blues,
Hmm.
that drop was just like horrible, horrible,
Wow.
horrible, horrible. Nike didn't drop them themselves. The people who did drop them, then there was the whole backdooring story.
Hmm.
That's the store that I saw that
I can't blame
backdoored.
anyone for backdooring them. You buy them for 2,000, the next week they're worth 10,000. Like, sell
Yeah,
them, buy more. You have to at this point.
yeah, yeah. So they backdoored a few.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was horrible.
Buy any size you can
So
get,
yeah,
doesn't matter. Just buy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Buy now, cop later. Those
Hmm.
vibes. But yeah, that's how it is.
So true. So true. So true.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, last
yeah.
question. We've gotten some stunning content. Which
Uh-huh.
colorway of Jordan would you wish to buy in future? Like for your 10th pair, the special one will be like, you know what?
Yeah.
Now done. Stop. 10 clicks.
You know, geez, there's so many. There are so many out there. The next pair I was looking at is probably Game Royals.
Okay.
I just love
The
the
red ones.
colors. So Game Royals are the blue,
Oh, royal
royal
blue.
blue,
Okay, so black,
black, and
blue.
white. Mm.
Oh,
So
okay.
they're basically so fragments, the
Mm,
fragment Jordan ones,
mm,
are inversed on from the Game Royals.
okay.
I don't have $20,000
Oh,
to spend on shoes, so I'm not going to buy fragments. So I
yeah.
think Game Royals. But yeah, I buy shoes a lot of the time. Um, that I can wear that will
Mm,
suit me. My favorite pair of Jordans, though, that I own at the moment has to be my biohacks, though. Love the
mm.
biohacks.
Which you bent.
Um, yeah, same
Yeah.
one. I'll
You love
send you
them
the
so much.
pictures. You
You
can.
love them so much, like bend them.
Yeah, I'll send you pictures.
Oh wow.
Uh,
Oh wow. Okay, I'll put them
just
in
so
the
you
video.
can. Yeah. Put them in, so people have a point of reference. But yeah, so yeah, I like loud shoes. I like different
Mm,
shoes.
mm,
So sometimes you could say, maybe I want a white pair,
mm,
but it's how they put it all together that
mm,
counts at the end
mm,
of the day. Yeah.
mm. I couldn't agree more. Sometimes it's the experience, and when you've waited and suffered for it, you feel like your
Yeah.
love for the shoe grows stronger. So even if I
Yeah.
think if Jordan suddenly made everything general release, the hype would go down. It's that rarity sometimes that it hits you, it makes you think
Mm.
about it, and there's so many other
Even if
nice
they
shoes you
were
could buy. Yeah.
even if they were GR, I mean, you know, uh, it, if you look at like Air Force Ones as an
Mm,
example, to get a pair of white Air Force One lows right
mm.
now is so tough. Like
Is
nobody
it
has
though?
it. Even
Sportsy.
resellers are even resellers are like buying out Jordan 1 lows and stocking them because like it's so difficult to get them.
Okay.
Like I wear a size 9.
Mm,
Even at sports scene, like unless like I drive across Johannesburg,
mm,
I'm not gonna find a pair like in a hurry.
mm,
So so like yeah, so like even if Jordans were GR'd,
mm,
I think it would be cool. It
mm,
it really would be cool.
mm,
I'd still buy them because the shoe I like,
mm.
you know. But you'd find people who just buy everything and then resell it anyway.
I don't even think Nike makes that much of retro Jordan ones. It's just marketing and publicity at this point. Eh? When you're
Yeah,
reselling
I mean,
one pair, it's just so that they can give us disappointment. I'm like, oh, all right, I'll buy something else.
yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
That's exactly it, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Nike's
that's
the
how it
Belle
goes.
Delphine of sneaker companies. This is horrible. They treat us like hoes,
Yeah,
man. Like Adidas,
yeah,
you can walk in buy the shoe you want. Nike, no, we don't have it. But it keeps coming back for
Yeah,
more.
that's how it is. But I mean, like Adidas has some fire on their shelves recently.
Mm.
They have their new Muppets collab.
Mm.
So I was
Is it
actually
good?
checking it out on Friday.
Mm.
They've got these Stan Smiths with the
Mm.
Kermit the Frog all over them.
They're looking good.
Fire. And I mean, yeah, they're looking great. I love them.
Okay.
And they're only like 1.5 grand. I mean,
Oh,
they're
wow.
even cheap.
Wow.
So yeah, and I tried it on. It
Mm.
doesn't suit me. It doesn't come in
Okay.
half sizes, so I was
Mm.
pretty disappointed.
Mm.
But yeah, the biggest money makers, I mean, like even Yeezy. Yeezy is
Mm.
massive. It
Mm.
doesn't even account for like 10% of what Adidas makes globally
Mm.
from
Mm.
everything else. The real money there is like not even Ultra Boost, but it's their normal cheap shoes and cheap clothes that they
The
make and
tracksuits,
resell.
right? I think the tracksuits.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a body.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, so that's the thing, the money is not to be made. Like they
Mm.
don't even care.
Mm.
Big
They're
corporates,
just
it's a
playing with
different
us.
ballgame.
Just so that we can be
Yeah.
on their minds, knowing, they sleep so well, like, I'm making so many people suffer. It's great. Nike app. Yo, and by the way, with the
Yeah.
Nike app, I've been really researching more and more about it, and apparently it logs how much
Hmm.
time you're on it. So you have to log some serious
Yeah.
time, consume all the content. Then, if they're feeling generous, they'll give you
Yeah.
a copper
I
fee.
mean, I know some people who hit
Mm.
pretty often on Nike.
Mm.
But also it's because they're not just logging in and, buying,
Mm.
just going for the hype shoes.
Mm. Mm.
They buy a whole lot of other stuff, buy Air Force One, buy T-shirts,
Mm.
buy a whole lot of other stuff, shop on Nike, and then it kind of gives you a bump up. But like as of late, also, because Jordans are like really difficult to
Mm.
come by, I've been looking at a lot of Nike ID shoes.
Mm.
So you choose, so like every so often they rotate the shoes, the
Mm.
materials. So you basically make your own,
Mm.
your own colors and yeah, and you kind of so like yeah, so Nike ID is pretty cool. I'm
Okay.
gonna looking at getting a few more pairs from there.
Mm.
So yeah,
Mm. I'll do it if I had business. If I was a business I was trying to promote, then I'll say, all my employees, Nike ID. Let's get a
yeah.
big
Oh, well,
uniform going.
actually, that's what John Mayer did actually, with
Okay.
his shoes, with his Nikes that he made. He just ordered like 100 Nike ID'd shoes in a colorway that he liked, and those were the John Mayer
Nike.
Nikes until Nike gave him a collab.
Wow. I think that's how you have
Yeah,
to play, right?
so
I know you can do the same with an
yeah,
Adidas tracksuit. If you go to their corporate booking site, you can order your own custom tracksuits. They print, and
yeah, for their like workwear and stuff. So yeah, that's cool.
I think I'll do
That's
that
that's a way to do it.
when I start my
Yeah.
clothing label. That's what I'll do. Just Adidas.
But I mean, like you see other brands doing it, like Champion.
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
you can
Mm.
customize Champion for yourself the way you
Mm.
want it,
Sweet,
but
sweet.
using their hoodie as a base. So yeah, that's pretty cool, I think.
Epic, epic. Okay, I think we can end it off there. We've got
Yeah,
a solid 40 minutes of content. Any final thoughts, last
nice.
words you'd like to add?
No, I'm cool. Thanks for the opportunity. Really
Mm.
appreciate it.
Yeah, no. Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing
cool.
the sneaker story. Because I think for a lot of
Ah,
people, when
cool.
it's your first time into it, you can hit a wall and you don't know whether I should go to Superbalist, Nike store, should I go to Woodmead Value Mart, I go to Kenilworth Value
Yeah,
where should I go? Am I getting the right
cool.
price? Should I speak to a reseller? It's a community
Yeah,
thing. I think
I
that's the
think
other thing.
yeah, and I also think a lot of people just don't understand how it works, you know. And yeah, so but I mean, like to repeat everything that's online is kind of,
Yeah.
it's not worth the effort. So
Mm.
yeah, the research, figure it out, and yeah, people will get it right. I'm pretty
True,
sure.
true. Oh, by the
Yeah,
way, did you see the last dance?
I did.
Oh
I
yeah. Did
did.
it
I
light
did.
the fire in you to
Powerful.
buy more Jordan ones, or you know what?
Powerful. It actually didn't. I mean,
Okay.
there's only like what one episode
Mm. Where he
that
says
we
I'm
like
addicted
really
to it. My
focused.
feet are bleeding, but I'm still playing in my Jordan one.
Yeah, yeah, because he's having such a great game.
Mm.
Yeah, so the last dance wasn't really about the sneakers for me.
Okay.
Being a person who just generally likes sport, I loved it. I love what it represented because like when I was growing up, all those names, whether it was like Scottie Pippen or Michael Jordan, or Kobe Bryant, or those were the names that grew up hearing. I mean, my grandfather loved CNN, so those are the names that I would hear on CNN, and and you get pulled into the culture that way. So yeah, no, definitely, it's The Last Dance is powerful. Just as a story, wonderful. I love it.
It hit me almost as hard as Space Jam.
Jeez, yeah. Well, Space Jam 2, the
I don't think they
trailers
can
was
have the
dropped.
same effect, eh? I think they would almost have to go to another franchise. They need like a Mickey Mouse Space Jam where Looney Tunes will have their chance. I don't know.
Yeah. So I don't know, but hey, I'll still watch it.
Yeah.
Still cool.
Jordan should start a freaking theme park. There must be freaking sneaker-shaped roller coasters. They've got enough hype.
It'll probably happen. It'll probably happen.
Oh,
yeah, man.
Okay, so I was wishing you an awesome Easter weekend. Thanks for the sneaker knowledge.
Thank you.
Knowledge, and we'll be in touch.
Awesome. Thanks, Mr. Loki.